Hey bosses, have you noticed that your Instagram reach is down recently? I've been getting so many comments from my students about why their engagement is so far down, and it's because Instagram is working on some things internally. We've got some big things in store. Every time this happens, they always come out with a new platform edition, but we have to be able to cope with this. So how do you go about getting noticed more on Instagram when it's a little bit hard right now to get noticed over on Instagram? Now, of course, we know hashtags are the biggest way to be getting noticed on Instagram and on some of the other social media platforms as well. But what do we do to kind of give it a little kickstart? What do we do to give it a little bit of a boost? And there is actually a trick that not a lot of people know about or aren't implementing in their business strategy. So today we're going to be talking all about a fancy little thing called location tags. So how do we get noticed on Instagram using location tags? Well, today I'm going to be breaking that down for you. So raise your hands, show of hands as you're joining me live here on Facebook. Have you used location tags before? I use them in my posts. They really work very well for me, and I'm excited to share this with you as well. So what is a location tag and how is it different than a hashtag? Well, we are going to actually be taking a look at this. I do want to show you on my phone. So give me just a second as I pull this up on screen so that we can take a look at my phone as well. So here we go. We're inside of Instagram on my phone. I'm connected right now. Hello to Melanie. Hello to Elle. I'm excited that you guys are here joining us as we jump in and talk all about location tags. So you're looking at my screen right now. We're going to pretend I'm posting this photo. I'm not actually going to post it. And of course, as you are doing this, you are going to type your fancy caption in, and you're going to tag people. If you need to tag them, go ahead and do that. And then right below that is a spot that says add location. And when you click add location, it gives you local based things. And so you're going to use this if you're in a cafe and you are posting from there, or you're taking a picture of the cafe, if you're out shopping and you want to show a store, if you have gone to an event like a Renaissance fair, or you're going to the library story time, or you are going to some really cool local event. And this also works when you're on a trip as well. So let's say you're on a business trip or you're on vacation and you want to tag some of the local things. When you do this, it actually shows up in that Explore feature. So when people go to search for that area or that thing, because if you look here, you can see it's not just locations, it's actually businesses and things like that as well. So when you do that and you click on that for your location, that is actually going to appear for people to see when they're exploring it. So if they're exploring the mansion down the street, or if they're exploring that new bookstore, or if they're looking at the cafe that you were just at, they're going to see your posts in there as well. And that really helps to find local clients, local people that will come be your fans, or collaborations that you can do. Or if you are at a destination place, you're going to be able to work with that as well. So how do we then know when we are going to be using these tags? When do we use a location tag and when don't we? So let's break this down just a little bit. You should be using location tags if you took the photo at that location, or you're posting from that location. Anything that's going to plausibly and reasonably give you a reason to be tagging it, you should tag it. Now, you don't have to tag it if you don't want to, but here's the thing. You should not be using these location tags if you don't actually have a connection to it. Let's be honest. People will post things to cities, to towns, to different venues, to cafes, to different businesses, without ever having been there. Why on earth would I go and tag another local business if I haven't been there to support them? So you should be tagging things if there's a reasonable reason for you to be tagging them. If you work with them, if you are in a collaboration with them, if you were there, if you took it at that location, or if you are going there, that's okay. So if you want to say, let's pretend you're an author and you are going to a local cafe to write this afternoon. You can post a picture of your workspace right now and say, I am going to this venue this afternoon. What should I order as I'm writing? That's a great way to do it. You haven't been there yet, but you are going there. So you're going to be supporting them in some way. You should not be tagging something that has nothing to do with it. So if you are trying to get people to see you from like a local premiere or some kind of event, but you're not actually connected to it in any way, shape, or form, you should not be tagging it. Now with location tags, you do have the ability to tag your local town or the cities surrounding you. So for me, I'm in a small town. I do not live near a city, but I do live like within half an hour, 40 minutes of a big city. So it's okay for me to tag the bigger cities around me because it is in my local general area. I should not be tagging specific businesses if I have not worked there, but I should absolutely be taking advantage of some of the local areas around me. So cities and towns are fine as long as you're nearby, but not businesses and not venues and not things that you're trying to profit off of their visibility for your own sake. So local things around you, places you have just visited, if you're on vacation, if you're going to a destination, something like that. Let's say you're a destination wedding photographer, you are going to be tagging all over the place. And within your phone, you actually have the ability to search. So real quick, let me just show you that. Let me pull it back up on my phone. There we go. Now let's take a look at this one more time. Add location tag, and you have the ability to search. So let's say you are looking in New York City, but you're actually in Pennsylvania and you were just there on vacation. You can then tag New York City Times Square if you were there, even though you're not within the vicinity. So they do use those geolocation tags to kind of give you things nearby. That's what they recommend for you. But if you were on vacation, if you were a destination wedding photographer, if you were whatever, that is going to be available to you to actually then go through and search. Melanie says, oh, I never thought to tag a location more than the city. Good to know. Yeah, they have all sorts of things available to you. And this is connected to Google. So if they've got a business on Google, they can then put it in these geolocation tags and you can tag them. So if there are local venues that you're visiting, tag them. Give them a little bit of visibility on your platform, and you'll get to use some of theirs when people are exploring them within that Explore tab. So there's a lot of ways you can use location tags, and again, there are right and wrong, very wrong, ways to be using these location tags, but should you be using a location tag every single time you post? Let me know in the comments. If you're joining me live right here on facebook.com/KMRobinsonSocial, I want to hear from you. Do you use location tags every single time you post? I'm going to tell you, for me, I don't. I only use them when they are important, when they're necessary, and when they're going to enhance the story that I'm telling or the conversation that I'm having on Instagram. Yes, I do live in a local area. I could be tagging my town, the town next to me, the county. I could be tagging the city next to me. I could be tagging all these places all the time. But if I keep showing up in these feeds, does it really help me? I want to make sure I'm very strategic about when I'm using my location tag. So if I go to a venue, I want to promote them. And if I'm doing something really awesome in a local area, I want to promote that as well. But if I'm just tagging locations for the sake of tagging locations, that is not going to help me. It's not going to help me at all. And it's not going to help my viewers either. Now, the cool thing about location tags is that you can get local-based clients off of this, or if you're a destination, you can also get destination-based things like a wedding photographer. So if you are a local-based business, location tags are going to be really, really important to you, as opposed to someone who is maybe more of an online entrepreneur. So for me as a photographer, it's really important for me to be using location tags so people who are going to book my services actually see me and come book me. But as an author, my business is more online. It doesn't matter if local people see me or not. Some of them will buy my books, some of them won't, but it's not a huge deal. So should you be using it every single time? No. You should have a very strategic purpose for it. In every few posts, I do encourage you to use location tag, but I would not use them on every single one because that's just going to get overrun. Elle's in the comments and she says, I don't use them every time I post. Good, very nice. Melanie says, good strategy. This is good to know, right? Having a strategy when posting on Instagram is incredibly important. We need to make sure that we are doing this the proper way, because if we're just posting for the sake of posting, we're not going to get very far with what we're doing in our marketing strategy. So I have a little something for you. If you guys want a little more help with your Instagram, I got a couple of freebies for you. So let me break this down. If you need help deciding when you should or should not be using those location tags, I have something for you. But it's actually part of another freebie. So here's the deal. I also want to know, do you need help deciding when you should be using hashtags? Because we know to get found, oops, what did it do? Show it twice? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So backtracking, do you need help learning when to use your hashtags? Because we know using hashtags is incredibly important because that is what gets you found more than anything else on Instagram. And these location tags are a great booster to that. They're a great secondary way to get noticed. And so I've got the freebies for you. You can go to hashtag.kmrobinson.com to get my boss's guide to handling hashtags, which is going to break down all of the things you need to know about using hashtags. It'll help you weed out those ineffective ones that you thought were really good, but are actually killing your reach and your ability to get clients, and showing you what you should be using instead. And when you sign up for this, it kicks you into my newsletter where I'm dropping weekly tips once a week, but I'm dropping multiple tips out on all of my platforms for you. And because I'm giving you this freebie, because I kind of like you, I actually have some extra bonuses, which I don't usually tell people about. But one of them is a way to help you decide if you should or should not be using those location tags. So it's a really great chart that actually helps you to decide if this, then this, if this, then this, and it helps you to figure out if you should or should not be using it. So if you go to hashtag.kmrobinson.com, that's going to send you the hashtag freebie first, and then another freebie, and then your location tag freebie, because I'm like Oprah giving out all of the presents today. And I have some other things for you as well. So do you want more tips like this? I'm going to tell you what you need to know in just a second. Elle is here in the comments saying, I alternate for candles using location tags. As for the author platform, I occasionally use location tags, but not so important for online. Yeah, but the thing is, with being an author, because I'm an author as well, I know that these location tags are really important when I use them strategically. So am I doing a book event? Am I doing a book signing? Am I going to a location to a convention? Am I in a local bookstore? What am I doing? Where am I? I can use these in a really cool way. So while I don't use them nearly as much with being an author, it is important for me to let locals know that I do this. It's great for the community to support me. But it's also great for all the events I do as an author as well. Melanie says, yes, more tips. All right, so here's the deal. With these more tips, I have some really cool things for you. And if you want more tips like this, here's what you got to do. I am on videos.kmrobinson.com. That's going to kick you over to my YouTube channel. Every single Tuesday and Friday, I drop a brand new short video with a tip just like this one to help you level up your social media. We're creating profitable businesses through smart social media marketing over on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a single one of these incredible videos that are already changing how people are running their businesses. I've been helping hundreds of entrepreneurs over the last couple of years, and it's only getting better. And I would love for you to join us. And speaking of joining me, come on over to group.kmrobinson.com. This is going to kick you over to my closed Facebook group where you get early access to the YouTube videos, an entire day in advance, maybe even a little more sometimes. And we are breaking down what we're talking about in the videos and going even more depth in the group. And entrepreneurs are working together to build up each other's businesses and help them grow profitably through what we're doing on social media. So come join me at group.kmrobinson.com. And of course, you can hang out at KM Robinson Social on Facebook and Instagram. I would love for you guys to come join me over there, where we're having all the fun, doing all the things, and talking about all the strategy to level up your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube, your newsletter, your website, anything that helps you with your online presence to grow that profitable business. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm KM Robinson. There we go. KM Robinson, social media marketing strategist. And you can come hang out with me at kmrobinson.com, where I've got more freebies, extra trainings, all sorts of fun, fabulous things I think you guys are really going to like. And make sure you hit up hashtag.kmrobinson.com for those freebies, including that bonus, how to decide if you're using a location tag or not. Little PDF freebie for you. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you being here. Reading more comments. I'm glad that it makes sense for you, Elle. I will see you guys again in the next video. And of course, join me every Wednesday right here on facebook.com/KMRobinsonSocial, because we do a live Ask Me Anything where you can ask me your social media questions and get answers in real time. I will see you next Wednesday here on Facebook and over on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday. Plus bonus breaking news. Anytime there is an algorithm change, a platform addition, or something trending in social media, I'm bringing it to you within 24 hours, almost always within 24 hours of the first few hours. so that you are on top of breaking news and you stay on the cutting edge of your social media marketing strategy, so you have an edge over the competition and you can grow your business in a profitable way, way faster, with way less guesswork and way less stress. Thanks for joining me. I will see you again. Until then, stay inspired.